Welcome to Daily Armor. Today we're going to be in the book of John chapter 14, looking at verse number 2. John chapter 14, verse number 2. This is the promise of the prepared place. Let's look at verse number 2. It says, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." So there's that prepared place. And what does that mean for our Christian walk today? What does that mean for me? What does that mean for you? It means that I don't have to fear death. I don't have to fear the unknown. I don't have to wonder what heaven's going to be like. I'm not going to be disappointed. It's going to be better than I could ever even dream of. For those that have loved ones that have gone on before, I have a brother, I have a dad, or my stepdad, and I have my real dad. Both dads are have gone on, and that they have they had a place prepared for them. God wasn't shocked. I was shocked. I was taken back. My brother was 32 years old. I was overcome with grief, but yet when I look at these verses, this specific verse, that he has a prepared place for me. He had a prepared place already ready for them, already ready to receive them. The Lord wasn't taken by surprise. Their place was ready. And while we're here on earth, that God has a plan for us, and that is wonderful. And what that means for us is that we don't have to fear or wonder, or even though sometimes we feel a little disconnected, or that we don't belong, or we're not quite doing our job very well, that he has a specific plan for us, and he knows how to bring it to pass. It's not in my might. It's not in my abilities. Sometimes I work so hard, and you probably do as well. You work so hard trying to get it right, and it's not about us working to it or for it. It's about letting him work in us and through us. It's him doing the work. It's just us being the outlet. And so many times that I have been kind of overcome with just stress, it's because I was trying to take on the work myself. And instead of knowing that, so many times I have so many roadblocks. I'm trying to do something and there's a roadblock, and trying to move forward again and there's a roadblock. It just happens for me all the time. Nothing ever works out like I think it's going to. Nothing ever goes smoothly. Even if it's just a simple task, there's some part of it that's going to have to be hard or difficult. But I think that's part of the breaking me of trying to work and trying to think that I'm accomplishing something, and letting the Lord work in me, and then be an outlet that he can work through me. And no matter how things get difficult here, I know that the end result is that I get to be in heaven one day, and not just wandering around with nothing to do, or no plan or no purpose. That he still has a purpose and still has a plan, and he has a prepared place for me and for you. And he already has those prepared places for those that have gone on before us, those that we're grieving for, that we're longing for. And it says here in the King James Bible Dictionary that I use, it says that place is a spot like a home tract, city, village, district, etc. That it's a specific area. So when we think about heaven and the vastness of heaven, and that we can't even comprehend what it must look like and what it must be like, but that Jesus said himself, red letter, I love that when it's in the red letter, Jesus said himself, I go to prepare a place for you and a place for me. And my place is not quite ready yet. Your place may be not quite ready yet, but he's preparing a place for us. And we have a purpose while we're here, and then we have a purpose when we get to heaven. We're gonna worship him like we've not been able to, like the flesh holds us back. We're going to be free from that when we get to heaven. So those that are already there, They are free from all of that. They're free from the heartaches and the sorrows and the ailments of the body, the things that were holding them back. They're free from all of that, and they're in a prepared place. And I hope that brings you some comfort. Hope that brings you some boldness, to not be afraid of what's to come, to not be afraid, to look to the future and know that we don't know how many days we have here, but that God has a place prepared just for me and just for you. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again soon.